Here we are, Greg. In Game 1 of the NBA season, how does opening night feel different from the rest of the season, the rest of the schedule?
Well, Kevin, it's the excitement of the unknown. Everybody comes in with the highest of expectations, right? You got new teammates, some new wrinkles, still a lot to figure out and shake out over the course of a long season.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3 slot.
And this guy just does everything. Scores, passes, good rebounder, just an all-around terrific basketball player.
Now, here's George. For 3. The shot, no good. And here are the Thunder now. They are a hot team right now. 7 consecutive wins and looking for number 8 tonight.
You can feel the energy in the air around this team. They know they are on a roll, and they are committed to keeping it going as long as they can.
Here's Maxey. The Thunder making the shot. Shoots it. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Over in the corner, Williams. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Off target from outside. The 76ers off to a slow start. It's a 5-point game. And while Embiid was on record praising the importance of continuity, I don't know that, Richard, the 76ers front office felt the same way.
Oh, yeah. What you say out loud versus your actions can be very, very different in this game. When you have a chance to go big game hunting, you do. The goal was to bring in some help for Embiid and Maxey, and they accomplished it.
Holmgren sets the screen for Dort. Shot clock at 5. Here's Williams. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. 76ers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. That ties it up.
And this offense relies on George's brain to space the floor, and he is one of the best at it.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that, boy, that is special.
A fantastic dunk, and he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. Now here's Williams. It's hauled in by George.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. And I think we've got the right guys. Kevin?
I know you and I agree. They do, David. Thank you very much.
Very good inside. Dort's got great upper body strength.
Pass to Drummond. Oubre outside. Kicks it out to Maxey. Drummond with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. They get it again. Back to George. Lets the three fly. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Outside Williams. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
How about the floor awareness by Gilgeous-Alexander? Solid at just spotting his open teammate. George passes to Maxey. Drummond with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Maxey. Hits it from three-point range. Maxey's got 5.
The number of threes are increasing for Maxey since he entered the league. He is getting more comfortable out there.
Dort misses. And Embiid has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. George against Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, wow!
That is powerful.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And what stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3. On the wing, George, defended by Dort. There's the 3. The shot by George, no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Thunder coming to this one after the win against the Kings in Sacramento. Drills it from outside. Maxey's got the lead up to 6 now for the 76ers.
Recognize the D is closing in. Maxey's letting it go.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. That's a bucket. His 3rd of the game. He shot the ball 7 times.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. He'll take it.
76ers on defense, leading by 5.
An active and alert defender. Drummond does everything he can to make opponents uncomfortable. And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels them.
Got a piece of it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hartenstein. With a pause in the action, let's show you the teams that were best from the line last season. The 76ers in 2nd. The Thunder in 4th.
You're not going to find many teams that were as polished from the free throw line as these two clubs a season ago.
Oh, great ball movement there.
To end the run. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Maxey. George against George. Drummond with a screen on George. George, that's a 2-pointer, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And this really is the story of the game. They've been outstanding from beyond the arc, especially in the second quarter.
Pass to Hartenstein. Outside Williams. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that.
And slam dunk by Maxey.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
The three from George. Here's Drummond. Tries again. Oubre outside. At the top of the key, Maxey. Shot clock at 6. It's tipped. Here's George. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. George has got 7 points for the quarter. Thunder trailing by 17. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
Well, there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
Nobody near Williams. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
There was a time you could get yelled at for taking a three like that, but now it's a great decision, and it paid off.
Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an elite scorer. Coach Mark Daigneault said the sign of a good player is being a source of reliable offense. At the same time, he's learned to impact the game in other ways, and that's why he's a really good player. He's not just a hired gun scorer. Kevin?
Totally agree, D.A. He is a franchise cornerstone type of guy. And we thank you for the report.
Who needs the NBA draft? I mean, Dort worked his way onto the team, into the rotation, and then turns into a key contributor.
Embiid with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Connects from three-point range. Maxey's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Philadelphia. Gilgeous-Alexander against George.
Strong take by SGA. 6'6" with point guard skills. What a nightmare matchup he is.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
From deep, George. Rebound by Williams. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Gilgeous-Alexander against Maxey. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Maxey. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. The three from George. No good on the last second attempt there. Tyrese Maxey. He's been the guy making things happen for Philadelphia. He's been a major threat from three-point range. Got 2 of them to fall in that quarter. And we'll be back with you shortly.
When players look ahead, how much are they circling particular games on the calendar?
Well, I don't think this generation of players still...
Now looking at where we stand after 2 quarters, it has been a difficult game for the Thunder.
I mean, it's pretty simple.
And that is it for halftime.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Tyrese Maxey in this one, guys. He has been everywhere.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
They've got Edwards. Ari out there with Yabusele. And it's Grimes in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Takes it inside. Pass to Bona. Outside for Lowry. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Caruso finds Williams. Oklahoma City moving it around. Now here's Wiggins. He's covered closely. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Grimes. That three off target had some space there after the little pump fake. From deep three-point territory. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And Caruso's athleticism just jumps out to you, especially when he's up there finishing.
Here's Lowry.
First shot on number 7. That's his first personal foul.
Thunder trailing by 14. Here's Caruso. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams.
The burst of Caruso can surprise defenders.
And there's the foul. Going Alex Caruso. That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And Philadelphia has possession. Here's Lowry. That one falls.
A nice start to the second half. They've made 3 out of their first 4 shots coming out of the break.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
A year ago, he had an 84% success rate on his foul shots, so he was a guy they were always happy to see at the line.
There's a screen by Williams. Caruso, no good. The 76ers leading by 15. Here's Grimes. Still without a basket. And taken away by Wallace. Caruso against Edwards. Here's Wiggins. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Grimes passes to Lowry. Tipped away. To the middle. Here's Yabusele. Banked in off the glass. Yabusele's got his first bucket in this one.
It's harder to thread those passes inside, but the reward is evident.
It's Williams high post. On the wing, Wiggins. Edwards defending. Fires the 3. Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Wiggins.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
And the foul called on Cason Wallace. That'll be his second foul of the game. Gordon's checked in for Philadelphia. Williams with the steal. On the wing, Wiggins. Williams has a screen for Wiggins. Nice move. Yep, that one goes in there. Wiggins has got 7 points for the quarter.
And you know what? One of the few bright spots in this game for them today. He's kept his edge even though they've been trailing.
Here's Lowry. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Chance now to take a look at some of the steal numbers over the scope of the last few months for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
4 on the clock. The 76ers need to get off a shot. For 3, Gordon. Nice defense from Wallace. Thunder trailing by 11. Wiggins kicks to Caruso. 50 seconds left in the third quarter.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Lowry for 3. Kept alive. Goes back up. Pass to Bona. On the wing, Gordon. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Gordon's got his first points of the night.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
Caruso, the pass to Wallace. A three-pointer, no good. Wallace against Gordon. Pass to Lowry. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the 4th quarter. Mason Wallace is out there with Alex Caruso. Then it's Aaron Wiggins. Then it's Williams. And it's Williams at center. Pass to Bona. From down in the low post, it goes. And the 76ers lead by 15. Gordon kicks to Love. From the arc. And the 3 ball is good.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Wiggins drives in. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
Here's Gordon. Outside Edwards. And taken away by Wallace. And they're pushing it up. Wiggins from outside. And it's Bona with the rebound.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Pass to Caruso. Wiggins, a screen on Edwards. Caruso, no good.
Well, his shooting is unfortunately not a big thing. And his lackluster accuracy is probably the thing that's keeping them behind.
Under trailing by 16. Wallace, the pass to Caruso. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Maxey kicks to George. Pass to Embiid. Back to George. 6 to shoot. And it's blocked. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. It's stolen by Hartenstein. Williams with the ball. Now defended by Oubre. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 8 now on the night. On the wing, George. He's defended by Hartenstein. Here's Embiid. No good with the fallback jumper. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Thunder. And it's Paul George with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Second team foul.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Holmgren. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Here's Maxey. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. That one on Holmgren.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that, boy, that is special.
And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go.
The contest and the rebound, folks. That is how you defend.
George dishes to Embiid. Back to George. Embiid sets the pick for George. Embiid, the pass to Drummond. Outside for George. 6 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Oh, man, for whatever reason, he can't get it going from three, and he's pretty good from there.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the 76ers.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
I think it paid off, that's for sure.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And it looks like they're going to spare themselves the embarrassment of being swept in the season series by winning this last one.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Tyrese Maxey.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
Takes the three, and the Thunder another three.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
Absolutely, and they have to continue to go to him.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
Maxey with the screen on George. George up top. Defended by George. Holmgren with the steal.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Yeah, they got to be disappointed with this result.
Assisted by Williams.
Maxey against Gilgeous-Alexander. Maxey, no good. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Third team foul.
So the 76ers win it. They didn't make it easy. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Alongside Richard Jefferson and
Visiting.
And it's opening night. Great to be here with you, Clark.
Always great to be with you as well, BA. And this is perhaps my favorite night of the year when you talk about the NBA opening night. So much excitement, so much anticipation, and we know the rest of the season will deliver.
Now let's take a look at Phoenix's opening lineup. Devin Booker out there with Royce O'Neal. Then there's Kevin Durant. Then it's Bol Bol. And it's Dunn in at the small forward position. Maxey with it. Now guarded by Booker. Maxey, that's good.
Finishing despite the contact on him. Serious toughness from Maxey there.
And it's Phoenix's ball. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I was able to catch up with Nick Nurse. We talked about how he plans to contain Devin Booker, and Coach said first, we've got to be on him at all times, and second, we can't let him get favorable matchups. He needs our best defenders on him. Trying to work over screens and stay on top of Booker, that's the name of the game here, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
And great range is a big part of why George is a high-level scorer.
And Devin Booker is already one of the greatest players in Suns history, Greg.
Well, you could argue that Steve Nash still ranks ahead of him. He did win 2 MVPs with the Suns. But when it's all said and done, I think Booker will be regarded as the best.
So it's Philadelphia now, after the basket by Phoenix on the other end. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. On the wing, Durant takes the three. Yes! And it's Booker with the setup.
Great touch from KD. Great range, too.
Pass to George. Lets the three fly. George with another miss.
Kevin, you can understand the shot selection. I mean, he wanted to go back at him and just came up short on the triple.
Drummond against Booker. Just 5 to shoot. The Suns need to get off a shot. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Maxey attacking. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Maxey makes things happen with his hard work and determination as a scorer.
And you watch Tyrese Maxey, Clark. He's so good at creating offense.
Yeah, he can get that thing rack to rack and downhill in a heartbeat, BA. In the break and in the pick and roll, he puts tons of pressure on the defense because he's so quick. And he knows how to use angles, too. And he can shoot it from deep, so he's got the full package.
Now here's Booker. Driving inside, and Booker with the jam.
You love the intensity on Booker's drive. Cutting in like there's nothing the defense can do to stop him.
Gets the three to fall. George has got 6.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Booker. 14 points his last outing. Back to Bol. The 3 ball. It's hauled in by the Sixers. And it's out of bounds. Still Phoenix's ball. A look now. Post-All-Star break. Breaking down 3-pointers and other shots for Phoenix.
And they've really been letting it fly from deep. You see more and more teams doing this in today's NBA, given the league's increased focus on perimeter shooting.
Maxey surveys. For 3. Kevin Durant pulls it in. The Suns have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Booker no good. The Sixers leading. George outside. .116 left in the first quarter of the game. And that one drops for him. Give him 8 points now.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Booker, the pass to Bol. And it's Phoenix with another.
not just a threat inside. Bold can stretch things out, too.
Here's Maxey. And Booker pulls it down. And so it's Booker with it. He brings it up for Phoenix. Trailing by 2. Knocked away. Oh, George with a steal. The 3 is up. Knocks down the long J.
I tell you, George is an amazing athlete. He's got great speed, and when he's in the open court running the break, that's a scary look for the defense.
Now here's Booker. He has 6. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Embiid passes to George. From deep. And the 76ers get it back. Back to Embiid. Nice D from Durant.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Paul George. He's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for the 76ers. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
They've made an effort to get out and run, using their speed in transition and scoring before the defense can get set.
And, you know, another thing that's been working for them tonight, scoring off turnovers, points off miscues. They've been converting any mistakes at the other end.
Kelly Oubre out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then there's Paul George. And it's Embiid in it to 5. That's the group for Philadelphia to kick off the second quarter. Launches it. Bull grabs the board.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Clark, the Sixers have been at least 10 games over 500 for 7 straight seasons now.
Yeah, and that's great to see after, what was it called? The process that took them all the way to the very depths of the league to finally build themselves back into a consistent playoff team. And their fans certainly deserve good times for struggling through all of those bad times several years ago.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance. You just can't find a consistent way to score, and this team could certainly use it.
Now here's Embiid. Oubre on the wing. Booker defending. Here's Embiid. Durant pulls it in. Durant's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
You gotta love Tyrese Maxey's approach to the game. He said, quote, "I really have a simple life. I have this joy about playing basketball. I like putting in the work, so I'm extremely focused, extremely competitive, and I'm out here having the time of my life. I get to do what I love every single day, and it's a blessing," unquote. Ryan, he's such a positive guy.
Yeah, he really is. Thanks for that, Allie. Now here's Booker. 6 points for him. No one near him. And it falls all over the rim and in. Booker's got 8 points.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
George, a deep 3. Bull grabs the board. Suns trail by 8. For 3, Durant. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker. Booker's got 3 assists in the game.
In rhythm, quick trigger, KD at his best.
George for 3. That's his 6th make in 11 tries. Grant, with all the parity and competition in the league today, there's still those teams piling up losses.
Yeah, B.A., and with teams like the Thunder excelling, it's almost like youth is no longer an excuse, but some rebuilds take longer than others.
Oubre with it. Done in his pocket. Right side Maxey. This one for 3. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Oh, yeah! Booker dialing long distance.
3 points.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
And Clark, this last summer, former Sixer Doug Collins inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well-deserved honor for Doug. I mean, he's Philly's former #1 overall pick. back in 1973, and he played almost a decade there for the Sixers. Also coached the Sixers among many other teams that he had a chance to coach in the NBA, but clearly an NBA lifer and one of the best guys that's part of the NBA fraternity.
George outside. Book it again. 7 for 12 and going at the defense.
He's going off this quarter. A huge reason why this team is on top.
Pass to Bull. All sorts of time. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker.
Assisted by
Booker's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Wow, don't see the quick trigger out of Bull very often, but it was on display there.
Now here's George. He's got 21.
Not an easy rebound at all. But when you win that kind of battle, it gets your blood pumping.
Durant with a screen on Maxey. Here's Booker. Oh, you can't let Booker get that close.
The easy money there for Booker. You can't let him get this close with the ball.
Now here's George, defended by Dunn. For 3, Maxey knocks it down from distance. Maxey's got 11 points.
After having none in the first, he gets 2 3-point shots to go here.
Durant with a screen on George. Here's Booker. Oh, my! Booker just throwing it down.
Yeah, you expect tremendous effort from a scorer like Booker, but it's still impressive to see him delivering.
Here's George. Good. And that basket makes him 8 for 14 for the game.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They should continue to ride the hot hand.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And the call will be against Kelly Oubre. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Stolen by Drummond. Here we go. The Sixers on the break. They get it back. Kicks it to George. 3-pointer. Sends it home from 3-point land. And it's an 11-point 76ers lead.
Yeah, this guy certainly knows how to take over a game. I wonder who made George mad tonight. They're paying for it now.
Bull finds Booker. He gets it up. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so that's the end of the first half. Philadelphia on top. All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter.
I love the focus we're seeing from George tonight. He's locked all the way in, calling for the ball and giving his team everything he's got.
Leading.
Now let's take a moment and that's a wrap on.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Paul George has been sensational.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Kicking off the second half, here's Mike Budenholzer's 5. They've got Grayson Allen. Bradley Beal's out there with Damian Lee. Then there's Nick Richards. And it's Iguodaro in at the 4-man position. Now here's Beal. The rebound by Lowry. Philadelphia leading by 11. Pass to Council. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. Philadelphia shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. And it's Beal with the ball for the Suns. And it's Bona with a rebound. The 76ers have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. And Edwards slams it in.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
I mean, capable of playing either guard position, Beal is especially difficult to contain in pick and rolls.
Here's Lowry. Bradley Beal with a rebound. Suns trail by 13. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, the Suns are going for it. All-star guard Devin Booker said everybody here is on the same page. We're in win-now mode. We want excellence. We know it's not going to be easy, but when you give up that much, we're trying to win this year and years to come. Brian, this front office has been aggressive.
They are all in, Allie. Thank you. Here's Richards. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Good on the shot.
It's obvious Bill is a bona fide scorer, but he's no ball hog. I mean, he's willing to set other people up, too.
Lowry outside. It's Edwards with a drive. And Edwards slams it in.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Now here's Beal. And the three-pointer goes. Beal's got 6 in the quarter.
The three-point shooting has been on point here in the second half.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those three-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Richards, the pass to Beal. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Softly drops in the floater. Beal's got 8 points.
Check out Beal with the floater, beating the coverage with a graceful shot.
Up top, Lowry. Here's Yabusele. And he makes it. And the 76ers lead by 14.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less. Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And he's really improved as a playmaker over the years. Beal's basketball IQ seems to just get higher and higher.
Oh, rejected by Beal.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. From the arc. Here's Iguodala. Out to Beal. There's the 3. On target from range. Beal's got 11 in the second half.
We talk about guys with pure strokes. Beal's in that discussion.
Here's Lowry. The kick out to Edwards. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Council. Back to Edwards. Launches a 3. Drills it from deep. Edwards has got 9 points in the quarter.
You can tell he's feeling it. Hasn't missed a single shot all quarter.
And Beal launches from deep. Suns keep it alive. Fires the 3. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Philadelphia on. And now let's take a listen in on head coach.
Let's be the one that just plays harder.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Kyle Lowry, and it's Edwards in at the small forward. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Durant with a screen on George. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
And I like how Booker is selective taking threes. Makes it count when he does take one.
George for 3. The offensive rebound. The kick out to Maxey. Counted from distance. And the 76ers lead by 13.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Now here's Maxey. Pass to George. Here's the pick. 3-pointer. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Because he's a stretch floor with a reliable and consistent 3, George adds a lot to this offense.
Oh, George with a steal. Oubre with it. 4-3. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Oubre's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. A team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
Now here's Maxey. No good on the three.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one.
Hey, that's just their first turnover. Overall, they've done a great job taking care of the ball.
And that's one more key to their lead, guys. I mean, they're creating opportunities for each other and not the other team.
Booker against George to the left side wing. Here's Dunn. Pass to Durant. Fires for three. Rebound by Philadelphia. Earlier in the game, they led by 19. They'll be hosting Miami for their next game. And that's the third game out of 4 at home for them. Offensive rebound. And it's Bol with the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul. First team foul.
George scanning the floor. Up and over Dunn. Ooh, Durant with a steal.
Active hands prevented an easy bucket that time.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days. That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
George with a steal. He launches a three. He drops it from range. George has got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
We've got 1:55 left to play in the fourth. Durant way outside. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. Philadelphia leading by 21. George for three. They grab their own miss. Outside Maxey. Clock at 4. Puts up a deep three. And it's Devin Booker with a rebound. And Booker's got the ball here for the Phoenix Suns.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the 76ers.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out. Connects again from distance.
He's got this defense scrambling. Even when they've got 2 guys on him, he finds a way to get to space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for three-pointers in a single game.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
There's a screen. The three. George's shot is off. And the Suns pushing it up now. The shot by Dunn, no good. Pass to George. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Suns ball.
There's 39 seconds left in the fourth. Booker for three. Hits the three-pointer. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. From deep three-point land. Good! Another from three.
And he's now set the team record for most threes in a single game. What a shot he's got.
A lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure the next one's going in. Here's Booker, and Booker with the jam. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth. George for three. He can't get that one to fall. So no problem for Philadelphia as they get the win, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it. All right, Allie, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Al.
It's time for the chance now to take a look at some of the steal numbers over the scope of the last few months for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. They've got Dunn. Durant is out there with Bol. Then it's O'Neal, and it's Booker in at the point. And for the Thunder, the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3. And so it's the Thunder getting on the board first. And it's Dunn in the corner, 5 on the clock, and a great assist by Booker as that one goes in. Here on opening day, and what a great day it is. Greg, what are these players feeling as they tip off this new season?
It is always exciting to start a new season. Players are just filled with hope and optimism, especially after putting in all that offseason work.
And here now the Thunder. Phoenix able to drain the 3. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Can't hit from the elbow.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Here's Booker. Here he goes. And the dunk by Booker.
Well, the defense has got to be willing to guard the jumper, and for Devin Booker, that opens up the drive.
And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's Durant. Last game with 30 points. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Pushing it up. Williams for 3. It's hauled in by the Suns. And Chet Holmgren's been a great player from day one, Doris. What do you like most about his game?
I don't know which aspect to pick. This guy is a great rim protector. He can shoot the basketball from three-point territory and with great range from 3. But maybe my favorite aspect is the competitive toughness he brings on a nightly basis.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and that's good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 points in the game. And Booker kicks the ball. No good on the triple.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Here's Dort. A miss that time would have put him up.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game. Done outside. Kicks it out to Booker. Pass to Bol. Booker a screen on Hartenstein. Back to Booker. There's O'Neal with the 3.
The defensive end of the floor is what started Lou Dort's getting minutes, and this guy's so difficult to score against. But nobody between him and the basket on the break, and the pass was right where it needed to be.
Booker against Dort. A kick out to O'Neal. Back to Booker. Driving to the basket. And the dunk by Booker.
I'll tell you, let that guy get a head of steam. Booker can finish at the rim with surprising power.
The kick out to Williams. Here's Holmgren. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Nailed from three-point land. 10 points for him.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
A little athletic ability on display by D-Book.
Holmgren with a screen on Booker. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Now guarded by Booker.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
My question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Outside for Durant. And finished off by KD. lead.
Easy money for the Slim Reaper. Nice finish.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
The Suns trailing. Booker looking around. Drives to the hoop. Outside Durant. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for the Oklahoma. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
On the court for the Suns, Royce O'Neal is out there with Devin Booker. And it's Durant. Then it's Bol. And it's done in at the small forward position.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Booker with it. Dort covering. Booker the pass to Durant. KD so efficient in there.
Now, Kevin Durant's not missing chippies, folks. You allow him to get that kind of position, turn the lights out.
And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark, Kevin Durant is both prolific and Greg efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again. KD is right at the top of that list.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Suns.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
Now, here's Bol. Scoreless thus far. Here's the three. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. They are a hot team right now. 7 consecutive wins and looking for number 8 tonight.
Well, this is a basketball team that's really humming right now. And what you love is they're working together as a unit, which makes it fun to watch. What I'm curious about here is when teams start to adapt and take away their best strategy, how do they keep the streak going? Really, really interested to see how this plays out.
KD can't get it to go. The Thunder leading by 4. Nobody near Williams. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Williams has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Phoenix has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. KD, a screen on George. Outside for KD. And again, it's the Suns missing.
Well, you're trying to answer the three, but you force up a shot that he would have been better off passing up.
Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Sweet move, and it's good on the layup. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the lead up to 9 now for Oklahoma City.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
So, Doris, here's a question for you. Should the NBA widen the court? Because the corner 3 now is such a staple in these offenses.
That's exactly right. One of the most coveted, Kevin, because the proximity of the shot is so desirable. Here's what we know unequivocally. There's no way they're going to widen the court because it would take out some of the money-making courtside seats. That's not happening.
Suns trail by 9. O'Neal kicks to Bol. Booker outside. Outside, KD. They need this one. And then Durant with the jam.
Kevin Durant just lighting up the stat sheet right now. He's in a rhythm, and that's trouble.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. He's still out. Now he is 9 of 10.
A great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. Devin Booker is a 3-level scoring threat. He said, I'm just reading coverages and taking what the defense gives me. That's a mid-range jumper, which analytically people say isn't the highest percentage shot. But for myself, it's a good one. I've shot it pretty much my whole life. Kevin?
And David, doesn't it show? Wow, he is something else. Hey, thank you. Here is Durant. After the made shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. KD passes to Bulls. Takes it off the glass. Bulls got his first basket of the night.
Yeah, inside, Bull does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Shakes him. Gilgeous-Alexander. Phoenix grabs the miss.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
KD looking around. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
One of the best things about Kevin Durant is he simply locks in on exactly what's in front of him at the moment. If that means working at practice, that's what he does. If that's competing at a high level in the game, that's what he does.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. The 3. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
You know, for the Suns, like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, everyone. All right, looking back now at that first half, a bit of a hill to climb for the Phoenix Suns.
To me, it starts with...
And that'll do it for half.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
No problem fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Williams is out there with Aaron Wiggins. Then it's Williams. Then there's Cason Wallace. And it's Caruso in at the 2 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. The big challenge in Beal's career, Doris, has been staying consistently healthy, right?
There's no question about it, Kevin, because you never have doubted the talent. I mean, Bradley Beal is a 3-tool player. He came into the league as an elite shooter, but now has become incredibly good with the basketball in his hand. The good news, he's always been resilient and fought hard to come back as quickly as possible.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Poke loose and stolen by Caruso. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Here's Iguodala. And Richards has it in the corner. For the tie, he takes it up and lays it in. Richards got it all tied up now for Phoenix.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Williams sets a screen for Wallace. Pass to Williams, beyond the arc. Rebounded by Allen.
Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Beal, the pass to Richards. Back to Beal. It's deflected. And Richards has it in the corner. And they take the lead. Richards got 4 points now in the quarter.
You can see the level of attention Bradley Beal draws. This guy is so heady finding the open teammate.
Caruso finds Williams to stop the run, and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession. And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. And the basket by Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 25 points.
We all know that SGA is very capable of averaging 30 for a season. Tonight's exploit should come as no surprise.
There's the pick. Beal drives in and finished off by Beal.
You know, that's using speed and quickness to combat size. By the time the defense reacts, it's far too late.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
Well, that's an opportunistic three-point shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He liked the look of it.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Beal.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Down low, Richards. Just 4 to shoot. The Suns need to get a shot off. Allen for the 3. Here's Richards. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Let's take a moment to look at the 2K leaderboard and see last year's high-scoring team. In third, the Thunder.
I just loved how this team attacked their opponents. You could see their confidence grow as the year went on, and the points really started to pile up.
A big group substitution here for Phoenix. Oklahoma City's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams sets a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Dort. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Gilgeous-Alexander the bucket on the assist by Dort. 30 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Booker against Dort. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's foul number 2 for him.
Boy, that's the last thing they need. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
Bull. He's checked in for Nick Richards.
This is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Thunder.
Their accuracy in this one has just been on another level. I mean, the 3-ball keeps falling, and the defense just hasn't been able to run them off the line.
I think the other thing they've done exceptionally well tonight is shoot the mid-range and take advantage of those opportunities. Anytime they're given a look, they have delivered.
46 seconds left in the third. And stolen by Dunn. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way. The shot, no good. Thunder have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Hartenstein passes to Williams. For the 3. Rebound by the Suns.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Done with it. Dort covering. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He wants to talk to his guys. There's 10 seconds left in the third. And Cole sends it back. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 4 seconds left here in the third quarter. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for the Oklahoma. Head coach Mike Budenholzer is mic'd up.
Keep driving it. Get to the free throw.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the court for the Suns, Durant is out there with Bol. Then it's O'Neal. Then there's Dunn, and it's Booker in at the 1. Outside, KD. Booker left side. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Dunn in the corner. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in. Booker's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Williams against Dunn. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren sets the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. No good on the wing 3.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Durant against Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, Durant imposing his will.
Well, this is exactly how you want to attack the defense. Kevin Durant accepting the punishment, but refuses to be denied.
And with that shot, the Suns lead is cut back down to 2 with those points from Gilgeous-Alexander.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's KD, and then Durant with the jam.
Kevin Durant has absorbed a big-time scoring role everywhere he's been. This guy is so special offensively.
Pass to Hartenstein. Back to Williams. From outside the arc, Williams a screen on Booker. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Guarded by O'Neal.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Inside. And the dunk by Bol.
Now that's just too easy for Bol. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
And that's a foul called on Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and really taking it to the defense.
4th quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And there's the call on Lou Dort. That's foul number 2 for him. Dort against Booker. Outside, KD. Suns moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. Here's Bol. No good on the 3. Thunder trailing by 6. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Guarded by O'Neal. Dort a screen on KD. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Hartenstein with the screen for Williams. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Suns lead by 6. Booker with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Booker against Gilgeous-Alexander. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Already set the Summer League record for blocks in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league.
Williams finds Hartenstein. Williams in the post. Durant's there. Here's Dort. Hits the 3 from the wing.
That's a big-time bucket. Lou Dort has unshakable confidence.
Back to O'Neal. Durant with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. O'Neal and the dunk by O'Neal.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was That's the defense. No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
And that's a foul called on Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his 5th foul. Here's Booker. The kick out to O'Neal. Outside, KD. O'Neal sets the screen for Durant. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Mitchell is checked in for the Thunder. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 7-point game.
Well, you like when a guy calmly steps up, knocks down the free throws, exactly what you want.
Williams with the ball. Now guarded by Dunn. And it's Phoenix's ball. They're on a 13-5 run here. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And that's a foul called on Bol. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
And Booker puts up a deep 3. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building. Thank you, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and
The end. NBA on. All right, a chance now to take a look at the steals over the last few months for Tyrese Maxey.
I get the feeling he hasn't been paying as much attention defensively as he should be. His steal numbers have dipped in the past few months. He needs to get back some of that intensity on defense.
Here are the 5 for Philadelphia. We've got Paul George. Joel Embiid is out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Tyrese Maxey, and it's Oubre in at the 3. You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Grant.
Yes, he was. And Chet was actually guarding LeBron during a summer Pro-Am game when he hurt his foot. But Chet was a monster his rookie year, already an elite shot blocker.
Now here's Maxey. Pass to Drummond. There's the triple. And Maxey gets it to go on the assist from Drummond.
Ooh, the range of Maxey is pretty impressive. He is consistent from beyond the arc.
Here's Williams. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Kicks it to George. And just over a minute played here to start the game. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Pass to Williams. Holmgren with it. It's stolen by Oubre. Tipped. Here's Dort going inside. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And Dort continuing to expand his game. He can do so much more off the bounce now.
Maxey against Gilgeous-Alexander. Beyond the arc. And it's Maxey missing.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
A chance here to catch up with Ali from the sideline.
A bit ago, Mark Dagnall and I were able to chat. I talked to him about Joel Embiid, and Coach told me Embiid does have us worried. He's just so physical out there, but we're going to be physical right back and get in his face when we can, so they'll be trying to challenge the big man all night.
All right, appreciate it, Ali. Now here's George. Will it go? And another miss by Philadelphia. Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 37 points his last time out.
Using his size to full advantage. He beats everyone to the ball.
And it's Maxey missing. And so it's Holmgren with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They're a team of momentum in the midst of an 8-game winning streak.
Watching this team operate at this elite level, firing on all cylinders. The way they're going right now, this winning streak could go on for some time.
And Hartenstein gets it to go.
He is such a smart player. Jalen Williams making people around him better.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's the second effort. Outside for Dort. Takes a 3. Drummond grabs the miss.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. That's a bad miscue. You can't give up looks like that all game long.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Year after year, this early portion of the season is characterized by a great deal of overreaction, Grant.
The media and fans build up a lot of expectations in the offseason. And it's not that bad, but when those expectations aren't met, watch out. Listen, we all just need to settle down and see how things play out. The season is still very young.
Outside for Dort. And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
There's a minute 17 left in the opening quarter. Hartenstein finds Dort. from deep. Fires in the triple. So Dort's got 5 points.
Well, if you're looking for a 3 and D player, Dort plays D, and there's your 3.
For 3, George. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. And this is their first time matched up with Philadelphia this year.
They won both of their meetings last season. You love to pull that off against another powerhouse.
Well, we'll find out. Such talent on the floor tonight on each side of the matchup. There's some conference pride at stake, too, with both teams being among the cream of the crop in the East and the West.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
For 3, Maxey connects from downtown. 7 points in the game.
Well, the corner 3, no challenge for Maxey. I mean, the dude can straight up shoot from deep.
The drive by Dort.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
George feels it out a bit. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
Yeah, Paul George, no problem pulling up well behind the three-point line to knock him down.
Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to go on Paul George. Oklahoma City shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. 7 seconds left to play in the first quarter. George outside. Trying to get that one to fall. And so, lots of scoring in a competitive first quarter. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. And what do you guys think about the Thunder here in this one?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in the quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren the 4, Hartenstein the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the small forward position. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going in the second.
Only 6'2", but Maxey got some spring in his step. Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. And over the last few years, SGA has emerged as an all-NBA level player, Brent. What's been the key to his success?
I think the key, BA, to him is his confidence. I think that he feels like he is overlooked on a nightly basis and does not get the respect he deserves. So he comes in with that chip on his shoulder, and he plays the entire game coming at any defense that people throw at him.
The 3 is up. No luck on that one. 76ers trail by 7. And they're running. For 3, Maxey. They get it again. Drummond passes to George. It's George on the wing. Fires the 3. Pure from three-point range. George has got 12.
Another triple for him. His 4th of the night after that monster first quarter where he hit 3 of them.
To the paint. Hartenstein passes to Williams. The 3 ball. The rebound by Embiid. Philadelphia's gotten 6 of 13 shots to go from outside the arc. Left side, Maxey. Misses the 3.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
And another miss by Oklahoma City. 76ers trail by 4. And here's Oubre from the arc. The Thunder with the rebound. Holmgren's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Chet Holmgren makes up for his light frame with aggression. He said, quote, "You don't have to take a second look at me now to know that I'm not the biggest dude width-wise, so I have to hit first. Otherwise, the game's not going to go in my favor when things get physical," unquote. Brian, you agree?
I do, and you can tell he just refuses to back down, Allie. Now here's Dort. 7 points in the game. The 3. George, and that's good. George has got 6 in the quarter.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Pass to Holmgren. And we're going to have a jump ball.
Ball violation. Jump ball. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Dort against George. Uncovered. And the 76ers tack on 2 more. All right, a look at how the hustle game has been going for the 76ers.
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
They've done a great job tonight of getting out in transition, so that focus on fast break adds to your total in a hurry.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Williams against George. Williams passes to Dort. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now. The Sixers lead by 4. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Holmgren with it. Picked up by Embiid. Pass to Hartenstein. And there's a 3-second violation. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Philadelphia 76ers. On Saturday, they head back home to host the Miami Heat. And then on Sunday, they'll host the Toronto Raptors.
And that game against Milwaukee, it's a good checkpoint to see how they fare. It's the 5th contest on the year for them and a chance to evaluate where they stand.
Now here's George. 17 points in the game. The Sixers with another miss.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level. And his tonight has been high.
George with a steal. Pass to Embiid. Launches it. Embiid doing it all himself.
I just love the ball movement.
Thunder trail by 7. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's in there. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 12 points in the game.
Gilgeous-Alexander has blossomed into this forceful guard. Just look at this performance.
And the shot goes down.
Well, that basket must be widening out right now. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Pass to Embiid. Back to George. Embiid, a screen on Dort. George passes to Embiid. And stolen by Holmgren. Here's Williams. The shot from the low post is good. And it's now just a 1-point 76ers lead.
There's just no reason to give him inside position.
Yeah, when he's this close to the basket, it's a wrap.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Philadelphia on top, leading by 1. Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
He's known for his exceptional range, and he's proving it once again tonight, dialing it up from distance repeatedly. I think he's got...
All right, fellas. That does it for halftime.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Paul George has been sensational.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Taking a look at Philadelphia. We've got Edwards, and it's Council in at the 2-guard position. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant, seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, BA. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
Pass to Bona. Goes up again. Here's Yabusele. Clock at 6. They set the screen. For 3, Lowry. Jang pulls it in. Thunder with a lead. And here's Caruso outside. Unable to get that one.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
And here's Lowry from the arc. Philadelphia with another miss.
Stumbling to start the second half. 3 straight misses.
Here's Caruso. Pass to Williams. Caruso against Edwards. 3-pointer. Caruso misses. Philadelphia's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. And Edwards, good for 3. Edwards has got his first 3 points of the game. Extremely competitive game thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes in total. I expect there to be more to come.
Caruso misses. The 76ers have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Here's Bona. Out left to the wing. For 3, Lowry sinks it from distance.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
And so it's Caruso who brings up the ball for the Thunder. Wallace, the pass to Caruso. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
I mean, he's yet to make a shot this quarter. At some point, you got to look for other ways to impact the game.
And so the ball out of bounds. Caruso touched it last. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. For 3, Lowry.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
The drive by Wiggins. And the layup falls. Wiggins got his first bucket in this one.
They can finally relax after missing their first 4 shots to start this half.
Now here's Lowry. Watch by Wallace. Lowry outside. Here's Bona into the lane. Shot clock at 6. And there's the screen. Fires from deep. That won't go for Lowry.
One player sometimes can drag down your offense. He seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
It's good. The Sixers leading. Lowry into the lane.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
And there it is for him. Lowry's got 5 points.
Yeah, he's been doing this for a long time. Nobody scares Lowry down low.
Here's Caruso. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First personal foul.
That'll belong to Kyle Lowry. Oklahoma City shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game. The free throw drops for Caruso.
Taking 2 shots.
And Caruso drops them both. Philadelphia shooting only 39% so far in the game. Pass to Edwards. And stolen by Caruso. In transition. Ooh, they pick off the pass. Now Edwards for 3. It's Edwards on the wing. From outside the arc. He buries it from 3. Edwards has got his 2nd basket of the night.
And they're giving up way too many second chance points.
Caruso against Edwards. And it's Caruso on the take. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Caruso's got 6 here in the quarter.
All the way to the bucket. No resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
76ers foul.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the 76ers.
What a performance for Beyond the Arc in this game. They stuck to their guns, and it's paid off all game.
And the other thing about their game tonight that they've done a terrific job of is just moving the basketball around. That's how you rack up assists.
There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter. Williams against Edwards. 5 on the clock. Rejected by Holmgren.
And you can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
It's his first trip to the line, and now they lead as the free throw drops in for him. Caruso, he's checked in for Wallace. And Dort hits them both.
And they've been so much more aggressive drawing the whistle here in the second half.
Lowry surveys the D. Here's Yabusele. He's guarded by Caruso. Lets it go from deep. It's deflected. He goes up. Oh, now that's how you finish a break. Throw it down with force.
Well, recognizing the size mismatch and then turns it into an easy basket there. They've got to do a better job with defensive help.
Lowry into the lane. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third. Both teams putting up some points. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. And passes like these are his specialty.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammate.
Assist from
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren the 4, Hartenstein the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City.
And this is the area where Dort has really shown some massive improvement. Great touch from that range.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
George against Dort. Here's the teardrop and the finish by George. George has got 4 points this quarter.
Just a sweet shot by George. So talented as a shooter.
Gilgeous-Alexander. And so he draws the foul. And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate to ask for a second look. It's a pretty heated game. Every call matters.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. 2 shots. The play is under video review under NBA rules. There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse had to say to the team. Coach knows they're losing the 3 battle, and he told the team we need to limit their outside looks, force them to put it on the floor, and make them beat us off the dribble. Back to you, Brian.
And Allie, thank you for that.
And the growth that Shea has shown over the years, it has come on so fast with how he has improved, but he's adding to his game. Now, you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
And then Embiid with the dunk.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Thunder leading by 3. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Dort. Clock at 6. To the middle. Here's Hartenstein. Misses from close range.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense, not really a factor.
Outside Maxey. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
He's making plays all over the floor. Gilgeous-Alexander will not be stopped.
Here's George. Count the basket and the foul. And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call.
First personal foul. Second team.
Look at the monitor.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Here's Maxey. Sweet little floater.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander punches it home.
And SGA is used to burying these kind of big-time shots. Just an outstanding leader for this team.
George passes to Oubre. Drives to the hoop. Now here's Drummond. George outside. Dort with a steal. And a fast break now for the Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Ooh, Gilgeous-Alexander turning on the Jets.
Gilgeous-Alexander positioning himself well and knew exactly where to get to in the open space.
Embiid, a screen on Dort. George passes to Embiid. Pass to Maxey. George outside. Puts up a deep three. Hartenstein pulls it in. Hartenstein's got 7 rebounds in the game. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. SGA on the move. And here's Dort. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to go on Andre Drummond.
You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has so many of the qualities that you want in a leader. He fights, he's energetic, he's a team-first guy, and he just looks for ways to get his guys fired up.
The kick out to Williams. A minute 4 left in the fourth quarter.
Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control the tempo and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the Thunder.
They paid the price for sloppy ball control before, but tonight they kept it locked up tight.
Yeah, they did, and at the other end, they were very disruptive defensively.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next 2 times these squads meet.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein.
76ers foul. Paul George. Second personal foul.
He drops the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. And so he drops them both, and it's a 9-point game here.
Ooh, I think that's a wrap, and I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game.
Pass to Drummond. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Thunder. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. So we see Oklahoma City get the win here. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it
Lineup for the
Richard, this place is absolutely buzzing with anticipation. Each team with their first game of the season here tonight.
The key now is making sure your season starts with a win. That first dub is a catalyst to the start of your season. Helps you find a rhythm very early.
Look at the 76ers starting group. We've got Tyrese Maxey. Andre Drummond is out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Oubre, and it's George in at the two-guard spot. Buries the long-range jumper.
And hustle paid off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react.
From past the arc, O'Neal with the rebound.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
KD passes to Booker. No good from outside. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Oubre with it. He's picked up by KD. And Drummond throws it down.
Once Drummond gets the ball there, you can kiss it goodbye.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Mike Budenholzer and I got a chance to talk for a bit. And their biggest concern, of course, it's figuring out a way to guard Joel Embiid. Coach said Embiid presents all types of issues. He can post you up, knock down the three. We'll have to send multiple bodies at Embiid to keep him in check. We'll see how they try to defend him. It won't be straight up, guys.
Thank you, David. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. O'Neal misses. The 76ers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And with this score of the Suns, you know, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for them.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
Embiid wide open, and it's off from three-point range. Phoenix is gone 0 of 2 from deep here. The three from KD. That one's in, his first shot this game.
This demonstrates leadership. Durant knows his teammates look for him to score and score often.
George against Dunn. Puts up a deep three. George, no good.
Credit to him for trying to get that three right back. Missed the shot, but that's a fighter's mentality.
Durant with a screen on Maxey. And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Booker to the paint. And the dunk by Ball.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
From deep, George gets it to go from beyond the arc. George has got a couple of threes now in the first for Philadelphia. Suns have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Embiid against Booker.
2 minutes remaining.
Ball setting the pick for Booker. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Embiid inside the line. He gets that one.
Joel
A
Embiid.
list of guys as strong as Joel Embiid in this league is very short.
And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Trailing by 4. Outside Durant. Lets it go from deep. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in. Booker's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Now, here's George. He has 6. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Pass to Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Get out of that man's way. Embiid throwing down that power finish.
With the league's 65-game rule, Joel Embiid might have trouble making another All-NBA team.
Yeah, he's only reached that 65-game mark twice in his career. But he's still a lock to make the Hall of Fame, Kevin, because of how dominant he is when he plays. And look, he's already got an MVP.
And slam dunk by Maxey.
He's a small guy with big hops. Maxey goes up high for that finish.
Booker outside to the inside. And then Durant with the jam.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
George looking around. To the middle. Here's Oubre. Lays it up and banks it in. Oubre's got 5.
Crafty at cashing in from there. Oubre Jr. enjoys working on his interior game when given the opportunity.
And it's done in the corner. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. The 76ers lead. And it's Oubre, the drive.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
There will be some letdown at some point. But these teams, they are built to score. So nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
It's George on the wing. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Plenty of offense in this close. And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
Paul George. They've got Royce O'Neal, Bull out there with Durant. Then there's Devin Booker, and it's done in at the 3 spot. So that's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. Now here's Booker. Last time, 14 points for him. Pass to KD, and stolen by Drummond. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Embiid with it. Embiid punches it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Durant, no good. Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Wizards. And Drummond kicks to Maxey. This one for 3. The putback. It's good on the putback. Drummond's got the lead up to 9 now for the 76ers.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
O'Neal, no good. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. The 3 from George. And Bull pulls it down.
And imagine how good they'll look if he can start to chip in a bit more offensively.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And it's sent back by Drummond. Outside, George. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
Suns trail by 12. Booker, right side. Outside Durant. Can they get it? And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in. Booker's got assist number 8 here in this one already. And then George with the jam.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
Now here's Booker. Pass to Durant. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got 7 rebounds in the game. This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team. Shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Tyrese Maxey has stepped up into a starring role with the 76ers. He says these guys have the ultimate confidence in him, all the way from the organization down to the players. So I can just go out there and be aggressive, play my game, even through mistakes. It's all part of extraordinary growth for the guard. Kevin?
B.A. Banks, he is rewarding their faith. And I love his statement on growth. He's always looking to expand. Now here's Booker. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Booker finds Durant. The three. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 9 rebounds now tonight. And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's George. He's got 14. Sinks the three-pointer. George has got 17 now.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Durant against Embiid. O'Neal passes to Durant. Screen by Bol. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer. Oh my, he'll go to the line with a chance for a 4-point play. That one on Maxey. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Such a unique player. Kevin Durant, pure shooter, incredibly skilled, all at nearly 7 feet tall.
George, no good.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Durant just inside the line. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Here's Maxey. And that one released in time, but no good. And so we conclude the first half. 76ers lead by... All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
You know, for Phoenix, you really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big...
And circling back to the first half of our game, Paul George had his fingerprints all over it.
The only...
And that is our...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
And let's see if the D adjusts, make life a little more difficult on him.
And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. Abusele out there with Edwards. Then there's Lowry. And it's Bona in at the 5 down low.
That play shows why it's so hard to stop Beal. His pull-up is money.
Lowry kicks to Edwards. Over to the left wing. McCain. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. McCain's got his first 3 points of the game. And so it's Beal. He'll bring it up for the Suns. 11-point game. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Terrific response by Beal. This demonstrates what a competitor he is.
Lowry against Beal. It's stolen by Allen. And up the court come the Suns on the break. There's the screen. Beal gets a wide open look. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had for 3.
Edwards, good. And the 76ers lead by 10.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. The 76ers shooting their first free throw of the evening. The 76ers leading by 11. Outside Lowry. Beal with the steal. There's a screen from deep. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Three-pointer, Lowry. They get the rebound. Here's McCain. Another miss by Philadelphia. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Here's Beal. Pass to Richards. Out to Lee. Clock at 6. Latrey. And it's Bona with the rebound. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. A nice shot by McCain.
He just didn't like what he saw inside, so he takes the open transition 3. But if he missed, Coach might have had some words for him.
Kept alive, Richards, and he dunks it down.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. Now here is Lowry. Nothing on the board. Out of bounds. Phoenix takes possession.
And here's a look at the stats for Allen. Good season for him last year. Averaged about 13 points per, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And when they need to add defense, that's who they look to.
It's hard to find defensive spark plugs, but he is one of them. The whole team comes alive on D when he's in the game.
The shot by Beal, no good.
If they want to come back, he needs to be better.
Well, Richard, during his Washington days, Bradley Beal averaged 30 a game in back-to-back seasons.
Beal is such a strong guard, so not only can he beat you with his shooting stroke, but he can also play some bully ball. He just looks off this quarter. It looks like he's forcing it a bit right now, a little bit in his head.
Lowry dishes to Edwards. Jacks up a 3. Hits the three-point bomb. McCain's got 10 points in the quarter.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Beal from long range sinks the triple.
It's the confidence of Beal. He lets it fly from range, but he really likes the look.
That's a foul. Called on Damian Lee. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Pass to Edwards. Fades and shoots. It's hauled in by the Suns. Richards got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Allen with the ball. No scoring in this one. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. Drains the wing tray. And the 76ers lead by 15. The Suns shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Here's Iguodala. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Back to Beal. Just 5 to shoot. Over Edwards. Beal can't get it to go. Here's Yabusele. Pass to McCain. Out to Edwards. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. 76ers ahead, up by... How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Booker out there with O'Neal. And it's Durant. Then there's Bull. And it's done in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for Phoenix. The shot by George, wide open. And that one's good. Drummond.
And that's 280 pounds crashing the glass. Drummond bullying his way there on that second chance bucket.
Pass to Booker. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Now the 76ers on the break. Here's Maxey. That falls. Nice speed that time from George.
3-point field goal.
George has got his 4th assist in this one. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Philadelphia.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And another thing, guys, they've dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
For three, Oubre. Another three for Philadelphia.
A legitimate sniper from distance. Love seeing Oubre Jr. shoot it with such precision.
And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Ball's knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Dunn. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Maxey passes to Oubre. Kicks it out to Maxey. Another three for Philadelphia.
It just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
For three, Booker. No good that time.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And it's George missing. Suns trail by 21. Pass to Bull. Durant against George. And then Durant with the jam.
Okay, I'm going to tell you something that everyone knows or should know. When Durant turns it on, there is no slowing him down. That's how lethal of a scorer he is in NBA history.
George, that's a two-pointer. Rebound by the Suns. Bulls got his fourth rebound in this one. A pull-up. The shot by KD. No good.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
And when Embiid first came into the NBA, you know, folks wondered about his offense, but it became clear pretty fast, though, he can dominate at both ends of the court. Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until something stops him. Just let him roll.
Embiid with the screen on Dunn. George way outside. Misses the deep three-point attempt.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area. Really keeps the defense honest.
And when we talk about the numbers, the analytics for great shooters like him, pretty much any shot is a good shot.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often. And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the 76ers.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks and also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
Well, at least they're going to salvage a game from the season series after losing the first two.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for George.
You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
Durant wide open. He fires. Another three for Phoenix. Now George. George double teamed. Oubre right side. Stolen by Durant. 35 seconds left in the game. From outside, off the mark. And here are the 76ers now. Inside. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. From deep, George. Rebound by the Suns. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. KD against Drummond. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. And David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and Dave.
Well, Grant, everyone has the same goal right now, and that's to have a strong start to the season.
No question, BA. And that can be tough to achieve for teams that might have a new coach. Or if you had a lot of roster changes, teams with continuity tend to have the advantage to start the season.
Here are the starters for Oklahoma City. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3, the small forward.
So unpredictable, so versatile. When KD's working that pick and roll, the defense has a hard time dealing with it.
Williams from long range, and it's Phoenix with a rebound. Their last meeting was in Oklahoma City, where they were unable to fight off the Thunder.
This time around, they're looking for better execution offensively. They have to avoid mistakes.
Well, so many of their problems stem from turnovers. They simply could not take care of the ball, and it cost them in that matchup.
Dort finds Holmgren. Outside for Dort. Back to Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And you know, as a roller, Holmgren shows great hands, and he makes nice adjustments moving downhill.
All right, Doris, what's kind of an unsung stat you appreciate about the Suns lineup?
Wow, they are so gifted offensively. So I'd have to say very good at getting to the free throw line. That's important. Very good at baiting defenders or putting your opponent into the bonus. That's big. Attacking into coverage. They get to spend plenty of time at the free throw line. It's an underrated advantage, BA.
Booker against Dort. Outside Booker. Hartenstein pulls it in. The Thunder have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Back to Holmgren. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 to shoot. Pulls it in from the elbow. No good that time.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Mike Budenholzer and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Our topic was how he'll defend Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Coach was straightforward, saying Shai demands so much attention with the ball that he can warp a defense. We'll need to stay disciplined and not get caught watching the play. We'll see how that approach works out for them, guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Now here's Booker. 14 points for him last game against Boston.
And on top of everything else, he did a great job of helping control the boards at both ends.
Kevin Durant is a gifted shot maker. What you can do, I can do better.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren to the left wing. Hartenstein a screen. Now Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. And that one's good. Holmgren.
It's so difficult to defend Holmgren inside. For such a young player, his body control and awareness are off the charts.
Now here's Booker. And Booker with the jam.
Woo! When you finish like that, you deserve to brag.
Impressive. No question.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay?
And Doris, no doubt about it. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an absolute monster on offense.
Very quietly, one of the most dangerous offensive players in the game is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got size, he's got speed, he's got handle, he can score from 3 levels. This guy is a legit force.
The dunk with a foul on top of it. So strong.
This is one of the strongest 6'4" players in the league. Lou Dort is not going to have a problem playing through contact and getting an N1 opportunity.
And Doris, such an important guy on the defensive end. Lou Dort.
He is strong. He plays hard. He's willing to mix it up physically. He's a tremendous athlete. This guy is tough to score on.
Booker for 3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. He's covered by O'Neal. Back to Dort. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists now in this one. Booker against Dort. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Lou Dort picks one up.
Devin Booker has prided himself on talking to all the game's greats because he believes his talent is worthy of that. This guy, an all-around threat who's so dangerous with the ball.
Devin Booker is a 2-guard, Doris. What's Book do that makes him special at that position?
I mean, so many things in terms of his skill. He's an elite shooter. He has become an excellent decision maker. He can get to the mid-range. He's a 3-level scorer. There's so many things. But my favorite thing is watching this guy in an NBA Finals play with a broken nose, be hit repeatedly, and never flinch. His toughness and competitive edge is always there nightly, and I love that.
Oklahoma City shooting their 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight. That's good from Dort.
At the line for the Thunder, against Dort. 2 shots.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Ooh, poked away, and it's out of bounds. Still Phoenix's ball.
I love it. Nice activity defensively. Getting in there to disrupt the pass.
And stolen by Hartenstein. Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter. Oklahoma City ahead. They're up by... Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Oklahoma City.
Well, we're in the era of the 3-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
Taking a look at the Thunder. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3. The kick to Durant. Durant powers through the contact to finish inside.
Where Kevin Durant has really grown is manipulating pick and roll, making the right read, and this guy just adapts and adjusts so quickly.
And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talent would be better suited elsewhere.
You know, we talk all the time about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, Kevin Durant steadily climbing up the top 10 of the all-time scoring list. He said, I've been in the league for half of my life now. It's a blessing to be playing on this platform and doing what I love to do. I just want to continue to keep putting in good work and keep adding to what I already did.
One of the greats, Allie. Thank you. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Bull's got 5 now.
I just love the unselfishness in the play of Kevin Durant. He said he wants to play the game the right way. Nice example there.
Shea all the way to the cup.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
SGA on the move. Pass to Hartenstein. Dort outside. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren with a screen on Booker. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Shot clock at 2. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
The kick to Durant. The 3 is up. Offensive rebound. Outside O'Neal. Bull, a screen on Williams. Outside Bull. Tries again. Holmgren with the block.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Durant. And we've seen the league ramp up the series model where teams play each other in the same arena twice in a row. What do you think, Doris?
BA, I absolutely love this, and more importantly, the coaches seem to engage highly in it because they feel to a certain degree it brings you a level of almost playoff-like repetition.
Williams from long range. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
Man, just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Inside.
I just love that alley-oop slam.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays. Outside Booker. Puts up a three. And that comes off the assist by Durant. Durant's got 3 assists tonight.
They set him up. Booker's going to knock it down. Great execution there.
Dort with it. Guarded now by Bull. Pass to Williams. 56 seconds left in the second. Dort outside. This one for 3. That shot off.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Dort against Booker for 3. Durant. And the Suns get another 3.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
That one drops for him.
We talk about Williams' versatility as a scorer. He can get his points from just about any spot on the floor.
First team foul.
There's 25 seconds left in the second quarter. Durant with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's O'Neal. The kick to Durant. Oh, Durant playing big in the paint.
Kevin Durant just understands how to find the open spots on the floor. His scoring line, proof of him getting to the efficiency we always look to.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Williams. Up in time. No good on the buzzer beater. Kevin Durant has been leading the charge for the Suns. And that quarter was all about him, leading the comeback charge. Now they're up in this one. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
I think for Oklahoma City, they don't get their home opener until next game. But tonight, they start this new season on the road.
Now looking at this Oklahoma City game, the Thunder dealing with a thin margin.
Playing for one another.
Appreciate you joining us.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Kevin Durant has really been making it happen here, guys.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
Well, one of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Bradley Beal's out there with Damian Lee. Then there's Grayson Allen. Then there's Nick Richards. And it's Iguodaro in at the power forward position. That's who's out there for Phoenix. They swipe it. Here's Wiggins. Pass to Wallace. Caruso outside. Jacks up a 3. Pure from three-point range. Caruso's got 5 points now this quarter.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Beal from outside. Nails it from beyond the arc.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Caruso against Beal. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting. And they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal.
Shooting for Oklahoma City, Williams. taking 2 shots.
Coach's challenge in place. We've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Williams. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. The Suns trailing. Now here's Beal. From behind the arc. Kept alive. Here's Iguodaro. Beal surveying the D. 6 to shoot. And another shot. And the layup is up and in. Iguodaro's got his first points of the night.
This is the area of greatest improvement in Mr. Bradley Beal's game. How about the growth in his passing? Wow.
Back to Caruso. It's Chang, high post. Driving to the basket. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. For Phoenix, they've gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break.
You can see the level of attention Bradley Beal draws. This guy is so heady finding the open teammate.
Oklahoma City's gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Outside, Williams. Wiggins outside. And the layup is good off the glass. Wiggins has got his first points of the game.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Wallace outside. Caruso outside. From deep three-point range. The rebound by Allen. And so Beal will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. And one of the game's best shooters, Doris, Grayson Allen, can really stretch the floor for you.
B.A., his presence on this particular roster is so significant because of what they can do around him. Yes, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter because he can flat beat you from distance, but you also can't foul him. He is consistent at the free throw line, and he's very capable off the bounce. Grayson Allen is a more well-rounded player than he's given credit for.
Williams with the screen. Gilgeous-Alexander.
The pressure that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can put on a defense with his ability to drive, that quickness, just a problem for defenders.
Oklahoma City shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game. Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Dort against Booker. Outside Durant. Bowl, screen on Holmgren. Durant, the pass to Bowl. Back to Durant. Clock is at 3. Let's go with a 3. Here's Dunn. The kick to Durant. Second chance effort. Williams grabs the board. Thunder with a lead. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. The kick out to Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA working through contact inside.
They've toned down their three-point attack in the second half, looking to protect the lead with higher percentage shots.
They set a pick. Durant gets it to go. Durant's got 19 points.
Well, you get a sense of how locked in Kevin Durant is. The defense not going to alter his approach.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
This is his second trip to the line in the game.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander. 23 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Durant. Here's Bull from downtown. Gilgeous-Alexander with a rebound. Back to Holmgren. Chet not messing around inside.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher. For three, Durant. No good. Misses at the buzzer. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we... All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was the choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. And Oklahoma City, looking at who they've got, some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Booker. Durant with a screen on Dort. Here's Booker. Look at Booker elevate.
A little athletic ability on display by D-Book.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And down it goes. 2 points. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 20 points.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Well, Grant, if you talk about consistent top-level scores, Devin Booker is near the top of that list.
Yeah, and going back to the 17-18 season, Devin has averaged at least 25 points every year. He can create his own shot and finish. It's hard finding guys who can do both.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander punches it home.
We all know that SGA is very capable of averaging 30 for a season. Tonight's exploit should come as no surprise.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
The kick to Durant. Here's the 3.
They're trying to chip away at that lead, but their decreased output from the perimeter this half is making it difficult.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Oklahoma City leading by 9. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Here are the Thunder with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by the Suns. Bull's got his 4th rebound in this one. Durant for 3. Oh, Durant from deep.
Well, you see the unlimited range of Kevin Durant, and how easy is it to the Slim Reaper?
Suns trail by 8. Lets it go from deep. He's off on that one.
He continues to let it fly, but the makes have been few and far between.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
And we see the speed and power. I mean, Williams shows off on that one.
Second team foul. Shooting for Oklahoma City.
There's a minute 59 left in the final quarter. Dort against Booker. Durant with a screen on Dort. And stolen by Holmgren. And a fast break now for the Thunder. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two.
Lou Dort gets the defender off balance, but that up fake draws contact. That's textbook basketball.
Lou gets Dort. 2 shots.
And he can't hit the second. And a vital mission for the NBA, mental health. Commissioner Silver has said it's the most important issue for the league.
And I applaud Adam for those comments he's made about it. I mean, the season is so difficult. It can really take a toll on your mind. So it's great the league is trying to help players out through this.
And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Such a smoothness and ease to the way Shai Gilgeous-Alexander plays. What a pretty drive. Makes it look easy.
Durant with the bucket.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Dort, and he goes in for the dunk.
Wow, Dort showing off that incredible strength as he takes it right to the rack for a slam.
O'Neal passes to Durant. Pulls it from the corner. Again, the Suns good for two.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
To the right side. Three-pointer. And Hartenstein hits from deep.
And the clock will wind down on this one. Just a solid effort and a good win for the Thunder.
They really had things going. Their offense carried them tonight, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. tonight, simply they won the battle of the field goal percentage. I mean, it made all the difference.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
But they've got 2 more chances to get some revenge. The matchup doesn't favor them, but against a conference opponent, they're gonna battle hard.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, unselfish basketball. His ability to create for others has been the story of this game.
What a performance tonight. Getting a win like this on the road is such a boost.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
That free throw, no good.
Isaiah Hartenstein taking 2 shots.
And he ends up missing both free throws. And so Durant will bring it up for Phoenix. They trail by 14. And so Oklahoma City takes this one, and by a big margin. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so